the most blunt way possible. If Riot truly is strained for resources, then again, continuing to harass and attack the writers who actually A, say that they're strained for resources, and B, are choosing to work on League of Legends, that's not doing anyone any good. Because if they can work on whatever project they want, and they're not forced to actually work on League, then you're in a situation where you're basically hurting the people who are actually trying to do their job. You're like the people who got off League, who are working on the MMO, who are working on the fighting game. Those people, you're not yelling at them. You're yelling at the people who are actually sitting here working on League still, right? And in particular, I do feel that if they're still working on League, then there's something to it. That's my opinion. Because we've seen that a lot of the writers, and this is just my opinion, but a lot of the writers have started to use League of Legends to just sort of push, I'm gonna say push their own careers. We've seen a couple now of the live designers actually, the producers, the people at the top, literally just sit at the job for like 6 months to a year and then just go get hired at another company or shove off to a more important, I say important, but you know what I mean? Like a bigger project at Riot. I mean, where am I even going with this? Basically, what I'm saying is that the people who aren't doing that and are actually sitting there and working at League, they're the ones who are sitting here and they're the ones getting shit on. Yeah, I mean, people meme, but I mean, how long is it before, for example, August just sort of leaves? I mean, we saw that with Blau, where he basically, you know, started streaming and using his Twitter and all that. Like, I'm the chief data expert for Riot Games. If you want info into League of Legends, come to my stream, right? And he started doing like chats and stuff like that. And then after like a year, he was like, "Oh no, I'm quitting," which is kind of weird when you think about it. No, so like he basically was able to leverage the fact that he was one of the people working on League of Legends into garnering a social media presence, into gathering an audience, and then he just left. And I think that's one of the problems. At the very least, I think that's one of the problems with League right now, is it seems time and time again, the developers working on the game aren't actually trying to work on the game, they're just trying to use it as a leverage to move off to a different game. I think that the people, it's a tough spot to put it at, because people want to be mad at somebody. Somebody at Riot is not doing their job. And I don't mean the live designers, I mean whoever's in charge of producing this game and actually working on this game and ensuring it has developers, it has money, it has talent, it is working. Those people aren't doing their job. Because they're not giving it enough developers, they're not giving it enough work and stuff and etc., right? Dude, you wanna... Did you not see the Kale coming? You get it, you get it.
Do you see my edge? Your death awaits.
Why not just get out of her, dude? He had to get out before Kale ulted, and he saw Kale walking, and I don't think he put 2 and 2 together in his head as to what was happening. If I can force him to heal, or yeah, okay, he didn't have the mana or cooldown to heal. He's running out of mana now, so if I just continuously press him right now, he's gonna have to back. And then, yeah. Anyway, so that's basically my opinion. Is someone at Riot is fucking up. I think this might be a little bit restrictive, this might be a little bit much, but I think Riot needs to actually consider a social media, like a streaming embargo on their higher end developers. And I know that sounds harsh, and they used to do that and they removed it because, you know, they didn't want to be as restrictive anymore. But I think since they've removed that, I don't want to like call people out, but there's been a very clear move towards using their credentials as a Rioter, a League of Legends developer. It's been costing them the fact that a lot of people are now just using it to kickstart their streaming career, which you don't want people only signing on to League of Legends as long as it takes to kickstart their social media, their streaming career, you know? What I'm doing is I'm proccing Eclipse here, and then I'm just backing off from the trade. But if I do this enough, I'll eventually win. Plus, she doesn't have ult, and she doesn't have flash. Does she have flash? Actually, if she doesn't even have flash, I can just push and dive her. I mean, but Mortdog seems really committed, so I think, and that's where it's difficult to say, because you do have people like Mortdog who are actually, like, committed to the idea, right, of streaming and all that. It's just you have some people, and I don't want to call people out, but you have some people who, let's just say, I don't like that League of Legends developers are using their credentials as League of Legends developers to start a streaming career. Now, who am I? I'm nobody. Does my opinion matter? No. Can Riot do what they want? Yes. Does anything I say change anything? No. So if you don't care about my opinion, don't care about my opinion. I'm just saying what I think, and I definitely feel is one of the issues plaguing League right now. Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about Mortdog. I don't think Mortdog has even once been, I'm gonna call it sus, as to his motivations, you know? Okay, Leona went bot. So I can continue to zone Kale. She cleared my pink, and then she just went over here. Right, but the problem of... Okay, like, let's put it this way. What does Morello do? Does anyone remember Morello? Okay. What has Morello done with his success? With the fact that he was the League of Legends balancer, the live designer for like 5 years. He literally just shitposts progressive politics on Twitter. And you might notice that Morello was, can we say, the most competent of the developers that we've had. But again, it comes to an issue of like, you don't want to make the current developers hate that they're developing League of Legends. As a community, you don't want to, like, you don't want them restricted from streaming. You don't want them hating the community. You know, you want, as a community, you want things to be exciting and come together, and they can't seem to catch a break, and I think that causes a lot of burnout. Well, the thing about the developers from Warframe is that they can make a fun, imbalanced piece of shit game, which, you know, let's be fair, Warframe and balance. Warframe's monetization has practically just been, do you want the new broken weapon in under 10 hours? Or not even hours, 10 weeks? If you do, then give us $100. You know what I mean? Can League do that? No. And I think the League developers get hate because they're like, you know, we need to balance assassins down. And every fucking assassin player on the fucking planet, and I swear this is why they ended up buffing them, all of them started to throw absolute bitch fits and temper tantrums and blah, 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 blah. Were assassins underpowered? No. I ignited and backed off because I didn't really want to give him any opportunity to survive. Is the Valorant community better? Yeah, they'll be better until their first major balance change, and then they'll turn into a bunch of shitheads. People treat nerfs throughout the entire gaming community. People turn into the biggest whiny piece of shit motherfucking baby ass bitches when it comes to nerfs. Holy fucking shit. Throughout every community, if you so much as adjust the balance on anything by 10, people will literally throw the biggest baby temper tantrum bitch fit. You look at a Total War game, Scarbrand is really overpowered and we think we're gonna tone him down. What? How dare you? My power fantasy. Don't balance it. It's a single player game. You look at a card game, This new deck is basically being played like by half of every player and is dominating the ladder. So we're gonna tone it down. What? You need to give it at least 7 months to adjust. People don't know how to play against it yet. It's a card game, right? You gotta get people to adjust, right? Gotta get people to adjust. Yeah, dude, remember the last time I started throwing a temper tantrum over the Aatrox nerfs that are coming up? You know, the nerfs to the champion I'm literally playing right now? Yeah, dude, oh god, I'm so frustrated and mad over those. How did that not crit? Well, he wanted to give me a do-over, and that's okay, because honestly, I think a do-over is the right way to go about this. Because obviously, he knew that it should have crit, and he felt bad. He felt bad. Path of Exile though is shit, because remember when the Path of Exile devs were like, maybe you shouldn't be gap closing entire screens, AoEing down everything, and then gap closing another entire screen. And they were like, maybe we should tone this stuff down. And people literally, like, you could just, that was their heart. They're just like, everyone just like, their eyes start shooting red. They're looking at the Path of Exile developers. It's a single player game. Why? Why would you do this to us? How could you? Are we gonna win this game? I think so. What? No, I was reading the forums when that change was going through, man. Because I found it so amusing watching their community. They were absolutely fucking disgustingly livid. Like, they were just so fucking pissed that they would dare implement a change like that. Well, what I want to do here is I want to get to Cyrilda's, obviously. Dragon's coming up, so we're just sitting here for Dragon. Dota, in my opinion, has entered a death spiral of, it's too complicated for people to pick up, but the player base doesn't want it to be any less complicated. So it's sort of just, I'm not going to say death spiraling because people have a bad connotation with that, but I think death spiraling is exactly what I'm going to say, and then I'm just going to upset all the Dota fans.
No, we are
yeah, it's death spiraling. You can't have a game that complicated. One of the only reasons it ever got to be that popular, one of the only reasons is because there was practically nothing else to do. Now, I used to play Dota. No, I didn't. But I used to play with people who played Dota. And it was all, like, World of Warcraft players and such, right? And after a raid, they would just go play Dota. There's, like, what else was there to do? What else could people pick up as a team and go play, right? Seriously, think back to, like, 2009. 2006, 2007. You could, like, play an FPS game, which, let's be honest, FPS games had... the skill gap in an FPS game isn't as big as it could be, but RTS games were basically unplayable if someone was even remotely bad. We're not getting anyone to die. Okay. We killed Leona, and then I popped Kale's ult, and I backed out, and then no one died. Well, Stormquake, if Dota's not getting any new players, then that's just as bad as death spiraling, because that means every player who quits is going to not be replaced. So you could say the numbers are the same, but even if the numbers are dropping 1% a month, and I'd have to look this up. Let me look this up. Dota Steam statistics. I'm looking this up right now. I mean, they are 100% going down. Just very slowly. Very slowly. Like, let's put it this way. Oh, okay. I need to get a ward here. I need to clear this ward. Okay, so what exactly is our play? Because I'm fed as shit now. I think I should just split push. Maybe. I'm not really sure how I split push. It's only a minute 30 till dragon. If I make Kale pop her ult, that basically wins the game, though. Because then she's just dead. This might be a game-winning play right here.
I offer you victory. They think me defeated.
Okay. It's okay, guys. AD assassins are just really weak right now. Barely even playable, actually. Okay, the funny thing about AD assassins is almost every single AD assassin is top tier right now. Like, across the board, almost every single AD assassin is top tier. Talon is top tier. Kiana, top tier. Rengar, top tier. Rek'Sai, top tier. Who's left? What, like Jace? Except Jace was deliberately nerfed.
Join me in death.
We didn't catch anybody?
As long as this
Nobody? Nobody got caught?
punish them.
Okay, there's one person. Why is my E bugging out on these fucking walls all the time, dude? Okay. Could we do that when I'm still alive? Because that would, like, greatly benefit me, not gonna lie. Man, I've been 1v2 against Talon Kale the entire fucking game, so don't bitch that Kale managed to get the late game. Yes, basically every single AD assassin in the game is top tier and was before they even got buffed. All these people posting like, oh, but at the low ranks where no one gives a shit about the early game, they're doing bad. And at the high ranks where people do give a shit about the early game, they've been dominating for like 7 years. Okay, I'm kind of hoping, but no.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Well, oh, there's her flash.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Dude, I literally can't back. What the fuck do you want from me, man?
A summoner has disconnected. A summoner has disconnected.